The story begins with a military man commander named Jo Sung, who lives with his wife Su Ryan. Jo Sung ran a department in which many soldiers worked under his command, and in this division there was an officer named Shin Mugwang, who was recruited for the personal work of the commander, and this work included washing the commander's clothes, cleaning his house, and caregiving is included. Shin Mugwang works very honestly to earn some money for his wife and child. One day, the commander tells Su Ryan that I have to go out for a few days in connection with my army work, so you take good care of yourself. Then the very next day he left for his work, and Su Ryan starts paying a little more attention to Shin Mugwang's work after the commander leaves. One day Su Ryan calls Shin Mugwang to her room, but Shin Mugwang is a little hesitant because the commander had stopped him from going into their private areas without reason, but still he musters courage and goes there. It was dark in that room, so Su Ryan asks him to turn on the light. Shin Mugwang calls her madam, to which Su Ryan says that you should call me like that only when the commander is present in the house. Su Ryan asks him about his family. Shin Mugwang tells that his wife and son live in the village, and he loves them very much. Su Ryan asks him what he wants in life. Shin Mugwang says he wants to progress in his work, so that he can give a better life to his family. Hearing this, Su Ryan asked him to leave. The next day Shin Mugwang comes home with vegetables, so Su Ryan calls him again. She says you should come fresh, so she asks him to clean up. Shin Mugwang returns, so Su Ryan tells him to come closer, but Shin Mugwang hesitates because he wants to maintain the decorum of work. Su Ryan gets angry at this and asks him to leave. Shin Mugwang thinks that maybe Madam is not satisfied with his work, and he too is confused about the limits of his work. After some time an officer tells him that Su Ryan is angry with him and wants him transferred. But the real reason was that Su Ryan was not satisfied with his behavior. Now Shin Mugwang becomes very sad after hearing all this, and at that very moment we are shown his old memories where Shin Mugwang was working hard to join the army. Not only this, his marriage also took place with great difficulty, because he does not have any good position in the army, and that's why his wife doesn't even speak to him kindly. Shin Mugwang can't even earn enough money to support his wife and son, therefore he works very hard to progress at work so that he can keep his family happy. But even after working so hard here, he did not get any progress in his work. Now Shin Mugwang brings some good food to please his madam. He apologizes to Su Ryan and requests her that he has got this job with great difficulty, so please give me just one last chance. Su Ryan understands him and gives him a chance, after which she tells the officer that she no longer has any complaints against Shin Mugwang. Days passed like this and Shin Mugwang started doing his work even better. Shin Mugwang now listens to everything Su Ryan madam says regarding work. One day Shin Mugwang asks Su Ryan out, but Su Ryan wasn't allowed to go out, so Shin Mugwang sneaks her out. Both of them talk casually, which makes Su Ryan feel very good. She was starting to trust Shin Mugwang now. One day when both of them were together, the commander arrives. Shin Mugwang gets quite scared and hides Su Ryan. Seeing the commander coming, fear gripped Shin Mugwang. He imagines what would happen if the commander misunderstands him, and it happened exactly as he had imagined. The commander considered both of them wrong and punished them. But then Shin Mugwang's eyes open. Actually, everything that just happened was just a nightmare of Shin Mugwang's. But despite it being a dream, he was very scared by it. The next day he meets Su Ryan, and then he found out that Su Ryan had a similar dream. Shin Mugwang says they should keep their distance, but Su Ryan doesn't want that. Then both of them cook food together and talk. They discuss his life and experiences. Meanwhile, Shin Mugwang asks Su Ryan how she and the commander got married. Su Ryan says that both of them liked each other. Her marriage was also going well, but the commander was injured in a battle, after which there was a lot of change in his health, energy and nature, and because of this change he stopped paying attention to me, and because of this, distance started coming in their relationship. Meanwhile, an officer sees them. The next day Shin Mugwang finds out that all the officers are going on training, and now only Shin Mugwang and Su Ryan are there. Both of them take full advantage of this opportunity. Both of them do household chores, fix things and try to keep the atmosphere light. But then they break everything in the house. One day, when Shin Mugwang brings some vegetables from outside, he asks Su Ryan to wash his clothes. But Su Ryan does not like all this. She says that some things have their limits because she is the wife of a commander. Su Ryan did not listen to him, so he gets angry at her. But then things calm down. Then one night Su Ryan told Shin Mugwang that the commander would be returning tomorrow morning. Hearing this, Shin Mugwang gets upset. He is now tensed as to how he will face the commander after all that. Meanwhile, Su Ryan tells him that she is in a critical situation, and until I send you a letter, you will not come back here from your village. The very next day Shin Mugwang was ready to go home, But one thing was that he found it difficult to leave Su Ryan. Su Ryan gives him some money and sends him home. While leaving, he sees on the way that the commander has also returned. When the commander goes to his house, he sees broken things lying around and starts repairing them himself. On the other hand, Shin Muguang also reached his village, but despite being in his own house, he is not feeling happy. He is just lost in thoughts of his old work. The next day, Shin Muguang got up and started doing his chores. Seeing this, his wife stops him from doing all this. But still he starts doing some work or the other. Shin Muguang was becoming increasingly lost day by day. One day, while he was doing some work on his farm, he found a board there. Serve the people was written on that board. That means serving people is the biggest duty. Shin Muguang keeps that board with him. He asks the postman every day if he has any plans for the army, has any letter arrived or not. The postman refuses him. No letter has come from the army for him. He did not believe these words of the postman, so he tries to stop the postman, due to which the postman falls into the water. One day, Shin Muguang was sitting at home when his son accidentally rode his bicycle over the board. Seeing this, Shin Muguang got very angry and he hit and beat his son a little. Seeing this, Shin Muguang's wife does not like it and she gets very angry at Shin Muguang. She goes to Shin Muguang's father and says that these days your son is behaving like a crazy person. I don't know what has happened to him ever since he returned home. Hearing this, Shin Muguang's father comes to talk to him. He asked his son why he was not joining the army. Is his vacation not over yet? Hearing this from his father, Shin Muguang goes to his work without being called. After reaching there, he came to know that all his officer friends were being sent on leave, because there was a big fight between some of his officers and American officers. And now only a few officers are left there. At Su Ryan's request, Shin Muguang is appointed to a good position. One day, the officer who saw Shin Muguang and Su Ryan takes Shin Muguang to Su Ryan. And when he saw Su Ryan, he realized that Su Ryan was really going through a difficult time. On the other hand, the commander had also come to know the truth, but he does not blame anyone. He tries to calm the tension in his mind. Now 15 years later, Shin Muguang became a commander. One day he goes to Su Ryan's house, and he tells the guard there to inform Su Ryan about my arrival. When the guard went inside and came back, he gave Shin Muguang a letter. It was written in that letter that if you need financial help, it will be given. We then see the commander with Su Ryan and the child, whom he has accepted as family and has also forgiven Su Ryan. And this story ends on this scene. So friends, serve the people. This movie tells us that human relationships are very complex. People can fall into misunderstandings due to emotions, loneliness, and circumstances. Power, dignity, and limits are very important. It is very important that where there is authority and subordination, personal boundaries are not broken. The lesson we learn from this movie is that loneliness and neglect can make anyone empty from within. So friends, this is the story of Serve the People, a short film released in 2022. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Comment on which scene resonated with you the most. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving similar explainer videos. Thank you. See you next time with another interesting film story. Till then, bye-bye and take care.